The name of the exhibition is Felix Candela. Candela was an architect, but he worked like an engineer. He said that he was not an architect, not an engineer, he was a builder.
He is the product of a political moment and how the politics of Spain and later Mexico shaped his practice and where he was able to practice. And we'll also explore that question of architecture and engineering and the interplay of the two.
Candela is a figure who's had a real renaissance of interest because we're in another period in which enormous changes in engineering and in the science of materials are creating new possibilities for architectural form making.
He built in a new way with new solutions to cover space with an efficient structures.
New geometries of form and the studies of certain types of complex geometries, in particular parabolas, what are called hyperbolic parabolas, and their structural features. So it really is an integration of a type of three-dimensional geometry and new manufacturing and material changes. And those things come together in the universe of thin shell masonry.
Candela was a genius like Gaudí was, no? And in Mexico you can see a lot of churches, different kind of buildings, industrial buildings, restaurants who had the sign of Candela.
The Felix Candela papers and archives are held by three organizations, and Columbia Avery Library Drawings and Archives Department is the collection of most significance in terms of the drawings of Felix Candela.
We're in a world, again, where all sorts of people's practice are unimaginable without the conversation between architecture and engineering. And there are other key moments like that in the history of architecture. And one is Candela's moment. Another is the moment of the Guastavino brothers and Gaudí. And the very interesting thing is that so many of those big steps can be looked at in the holdings of the Avery Library and in the history of the exhibitions on those steps that have been held in the Wallack Art Gallery.